Hi, my name is James Osmar, and today I'd like to introduce you to the latest in stealth marketing technology available to realtors today. It is the Gold Rush Leads non-branded opt-in system. It is the most sophisticated, under-the-radar way to be able to attract new clients on the internet today. It is available basically as a Google AdWords campaign or a Yahoo AdWords campaign. And it's designed to be able to go in and get a client to specifically answer one question, and when they get to the page, it's a three-step opt-in system. The opt-in system is designed as a three-step, one question. When they get to your web page, they're going to be asked neighborhood on the first page, they're going to be asked what they're looking for on the second page, and then they're going to be asked on the third page for their contact information. And the reason that they do this is because if we're going to ask a person right off the bat for their name and email address, they're going to take off, they're going to run. So we try to baby step them, and this strategy has been used successfully by politicians, public speakers, and religious leaders for centuries. So what it is that we try to do is get people to baby step in. When they get to their page, and say, no, there's no other questions. You see, if you send off a Google click a person to your web page, you just end up losing them into, they become a surfer because there's 25 different places they can click and read, and they get lost and off they go. So you send them in with one question. You make sure it's what you are trying to target market. It is the most sophisticated direct response marketing system available to people today. Now, we're all aware of the three different styles of marketing available to people. You have your institutional marketing. Your institutional marketing are your billboards, your bus benches, your big image-making ads in newspapers and stuff like that. And then there's your direct response marketing available in papers and TVs and stuff, where people are going to answer a call, for example, to action to go and view a house. And, they call in a house ad. That is your direct response marketing, and there are traditional mediums. Well, today, with the advent of the internet maturing and getting into its teens now, we find that the virtual marketing campaign that is necessary to be able to get your lion's share of the virtual marketing world, you have to have more than just one web page. And this is very important now because we find NAR has done a survey, and they find that 96% of all people now are going to the internet to start their real estate search. So if you have 96% of all people go to the internet to start their search, and 75% of them pick the first agent that they get to meet. Now imagine that, 96 and 75. If you're not on the internet, you're missing the mother lode of opportunities. And unfortunately, because the internet seems to scare people a little bit, 88% of agents are still chasing leads the old-fashioned way, and that's with paper mediums and print mediums, and you're going to find that that is not effective. I challenge you just to go to your local paper, take a look at your local paper, and you will see that it's shrunk miserably, or it doesn't even exist anymore. In many cases, a lot of the magazines have shut down and closed. Take a look at your local board. Most of the MLS books are gone. It is all internet now. So it's very, very important that you discover and really think about this virtual marketing strategy, because it is going to be the norm in a few years. And even if you think you don't know the industry well enough now, or the internet well enough now, or technology well enough now to be able to put up a campaign like this, you've got to spend a little time to learn this. You see, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he told me when he got in the business, knocked on 1,000 doors. He got one deal. Now that is work. When I was young in the business, I used to call 100 dials. I would do 100 dials to get one lead. And then I would do 100 dials, 300 dials to get an appointment. It worked out that I was doing 300 dials to get an appointment. I needed 3 appointments to get a listing, and then I needed 3 listings to get one to sell. It was 900 dials to get a deal. That was work. If you spend a few hours learning this technology, you will have a steady stream of income. It is that simple and clear cut. You see, what you need is a web page. We all know that. Now, if you have your web page set up, and that's where most realtors end, right there. They think they've got the virtual marketing world by the tail. Well, that is only a small portion of it. There are 4 websites here, and I'll briefly explain them to you, and you can make your decision as to whether you want to enter your name, put in your email address, and click and go on the other side and delve into this a little further and research this a little more. You see, You owe it to yourself to do that, because if you only have a web page, you need a blog, because a blog, and you need a blog separate from your website, because it's going to be deemed as news by your clients. You have to remember that 97% of all of your clients are not in the market now, and they won't be for the next 5 to 10 years. So when they get a constant stream of information from you that is very newsworthy, and it's easy to find because you copy and paste it out from all over the internet, I can show you places such as your local board, NAR, Realtor.ca, your national associations and state and provincial associations. There's lots of copy and paste news out there that your clients will find interesting, and then you become the person who's the knowledgeable realtor of choice in their eyes. Now, you also need a Gold Rush lead system, but before I discuss that, because that's the main portion of this letter, I want to tell you about how you need to incorporate a referral program into your system, because you need to sit down at every listing appointment and educate your client on referrals. Most agents leave the referral part of the presentation till the end, or they don't bring it up at all. And I will show you how you can bring this up at the topic of, when you bring up the topic of commission, you bring up the topic of referrals, you tie the two together, and I can show you how to get 25% of your clients giving you referrals. It's not hard to do. I've thought this one through like crazy, because after 20 years of the business and always being frustrated as to why and how do we go about asking for referrals, it's easy, and I'll show you. Now, with the Gold Rush lead system, as I say, it's a non-branded 3-step opt-in page designed to go like stealth, like radar. It is the pit bull of getting people to sign up and give you their contact information today. So if you want more information, simply fill out your name, put in your email address, click the button, and I'll see you on the other side.